Peace to the gods. You're listening to Hindsight Radio.
All right, peace, everybody. This is Akeem from Hindsight Radio. We got a special guest coming on. He's going to be talking about the credit to real estate journey, how your credit works in conjunction with your real estate. His name is Ahmed Drake. Let me add him in. He's there. Ahmed Drake, what's going on? Peace.
Hey, peace, brother. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for coming on. We're talking about the credit to real estate journey. You got an ebook coming out. Let me be precise with the title. It's Credit to Real Estate Journey, the Innovative Key to Financial Prosperity. So tell us about that.
Well, what happened is that I've been in real estate for over 20 plus years, combined as a real estate agent and also as a broker now. And I've come across so many clients that have issues when it comes to wanting to purchase a home, and their issue is with their credit. A lot of them don't understand what they should do with their credit. A lot of them don't even understand how to handle their credit. And then a lot of the times we have to send them out to somebody that can help them, repair it. And usually we don't get good results. So my thing is, you know what? I'm a person that's hands-on with my clients. I take them from A to Z. So I say, you know what? I have to create something where I can take control of the situation, and I can give my client full support of me in every aspect of this journey, because it is a journey. Because there's a lot of little, I guess as we talk, you see, there's a lot of little nuances that some people don't even realize as far as with their credit. I just say this real quick, that once you purchase in a home, credit as you know it ceased to exist. You do nothing with it. Nothing. Most people don't even understand that. So I said, you know what, let me write a quick ebook. I'm going to have, I created a company called Innovative Consulting Services, which encompasses of my real estate company, my tax company, and the credit repair company as well.
Right. So something you said was a lot of people say credit as you know it ceased to exist. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, definitely. Let's say you're going to purchase a home. Say you're going to purchase a home, right? But then your credit is good, everything's looking good, and you see this GV80, Honda GV80 that you want to buy. They tell you get approved for it.
GV80.
Oh, excuse me, I said that wrong, and I should know better, right? Let me get that correct. Let me not say the wrong thing here, because I had somebody try to get me from the G90 that I have to a Sonata. So trust me, I'm not trying to disrespect that there, because I'm in that world as well. But let's say you want to get the Genesis GV80, and you in the process of purchasing a home. Now you can get approved for this GV80, and you impatient, you go buy this car. Mm-hmm. You probably just killed your opportunity to purchase the home, because one, it's going to be a red flag to the underwriters in the bank that you out spending money when you're trying to purchase a home. Two, it might affect your DTI, which is your debt to income ratio, because now you got a payment from getting this car loan. So it could be little things. It could be you could take your credit card and pay a bill. That can hurt you. You could take your credit card and want to buy your wife or your husband a gift. That could hurt you. So if you're not paying the credit card down, you don't touch it.
I think a lot of people don't understand that correctly when it comes to debt to income ratio. What typically are banks looking for when it comes to debt to income ratio?
All right, so you're going to hear debt to income ratio like some banks. This is not precise numbers. Got to check, because every bank is a little different. FHA have their guidelines. You have a 45 on the front end and a 50 on the back end. So the 45 on the front end is the 45% of your gross income.
Right.
That's on the front end, that they don't want you to go higher than that. But on the back end, they look at all the debts that you have. So let's say you got a payment of $200 for one thing, another payment of $100, another payment of $300. They add all that up, and they don't want to go past on the back end at 50% of what it is that you're bringing home. So that's where the debt to income ratio comes into play. So
they don't want to have more than typically 50% debt out there versus your income.
Yes, some places go up a little, maybe 53, but you're in that range. Yes, they don't want you to go further.
Income should not be going out to bills or credit card debt, car note debt, or any other type of debt. Okay.
Right. And
Well,
if it
is
does get into
light
those
bill and
numbers,
all of that factored into that as well? Your
no,
regular
no,
grocery bills, is that a factor?
no, because it doesn't show up on your credit report. So that's
So
not
here
even.
we're looking at what's showing up on the credit report and considering that. So let's say you got a charge off on there, student loans. How does let's focus on student loan. How does student loans affect your debt to income ratio?
Well, two ways. If you have student loans that are deferred,
Mm-hmm.
that deferment actually could work in your favor because you're not paying that note. So
Okay.
that deferment, and long as it's in good standing. So when it's not in good standing, it's another conversation. But
Mm.
if it's being deferred, then it's not a part of what you're paying. So if you got it deferred for a couple of years, that can actually play in your favor. But now, if you don't have it deferred, then yeah, if it's a payment, whatever that payment is, it's going to factor in on that back end to your debt to income ratio. Now, if it's delinquent, then that's a whole nother issue because you can't have anything delinquent on your credit report when it comes time to purchasing a home. So that's where the factor comes in of getting that credit report in place.
Okay. Before I get to any other questions, I just want to be clear on what the book is going to be about.
Okay.
But the book is going to be about how your credit should look before you even go try buy the home. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, that's part of it. It's how your credit should look. How if your credit doesn't look the way it should look, how are we going to get it there so it can look that way by way of you doing it yourself or by way of utilizing my company. So it's going to show what's needed, and if you don't have what's needed, how are we going to get to where you get what's needed in order to get to the place of purchasing a home. So that's why I say it's a journey, because for some people they have a lot of different things going on, so it may be a little bit more extensive than others. Some people is just paying down some bills because your utilization is when you're using your credit card and you almost maxed out, and that can affect your debt to income ratio. So it might just be a process of just paying some stuff down.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so your company, repeat that name again. What's the name of the company?
Innovative Consulting Services.
Innovative Consulting Services. Remember that. Innovative Consulting Services. All of these links are going to be in the chat on how you can contact them. Just to let my listeners know, I don't introduce nobody that don't have success with what they're doing. So this is I don't very few people I bring on here that's not reputable. I've never put anybody on this. Let's put it like that, baby.
Like that, right?
And there's nobody, 100% people I endorse to take care of anything. So this book is going to help you get your credit done and put you on a path to home ownership or real estate ownership, because you might not want a home. You might want to buy a rental property, investment properties. Who knows? This is going to cover all of that.
Get that mindset right, because as you do on your show all the time, is the mindset. Everything is about mindset, so it's also about getting the mindset right and understanding what you're doing and getting involved in, and the importance of it too.
And not only that, I from the stuff that I know about what's coming out, you're going to have the consumer laws in there to support your clients in the journey of understanding what they're doing. One thing I don't like is when people take and I'm going to do this work for you. I'm going to help you, but they're not explaining how it works.
Right.
So that at some point they can be self-sufficient.
Right.
So you got two things going. They could be self-sufficient and use your ebook, or you could do it for them.
Correct.
If you want to. But at the same time, even though you're doing it for them, you're going to be educating them on
Yes.
so they can know these laws and how to support any process that they're going to be doing in getting their credit right. And so we talked about credit, but I know that real estate is your main thing. Yes. That you do. That's how you feed yourself. So let's talk about real estate and what services do you provide on that end?
Well, the full gamut. I mean, The only thing I don't do as much is rentals. That's really not my thing. I have a team that takes care of that. But I work with investors that want to purchase houses. I negotiate my own short sales. I do regular sales. I do probate sales. I educate people on the process of doing that. So I mean, from a standpoint of selling someone's property, I'm traditional real estate. On the process of someone purchasing their first home, second, or third home, I'm traditional real estate. I deal with investors when we're dealing with short sales or maybe even foreclosures. That's really traditional, but it's a little on the other side because it's more of an investing thing. So I will have investors that will come, that will fix and maybe do fix and flips. So I get involved with that as well. But the difference with me and what I strive to provide to any and all my clients is that I don't just stay on the side of the real estate. I learned the whole gamut, the mortgage, the title. I even deal with the lawyers are supposed to deal with. Because my thing is I want to make sure that I'm serving my client to the best of my ability. And the other thing, listen, let's be honest, I'm not in this for charity. So if I don't close, I don't make no money, right?
Right.
So I want to see to it that I take it to the end and make sure that my client gets what they're supposed to have, and I get what I'm supposed to have to feed my family. But let's not get that twisted that money is what drives me. Yes, I got to make my money, but my name is more important. Because there's many deals I walked away from because my name is going to last a lot longer than a couple bucks. So it's important for me that my name stays tight and solid.
Right. So basically, your success is more important to you.
100%.
That comes the monetary gain.
100%. Excellent way to put it.
Yeah. You said something about short sale. What is a short sale for people who don't know what that is?
Right. A short sale is when, let's say your house, like what's happening now, the housing market is changing. So you got into a house that was $1 million when you got it because you got low interest rates. They jacked up the prices. But then when things start to leveling out or bottoming out, now your property is only worth $700,000. So now you upside down. So now you go in and you negotiate with the bank and get them to accept a lower amount than what's owed. And that's called a short sale.
Oh, so people who end up upside down in their mortgages, they could go to the bank, renegotiate, and that's basically a short sale.
Yes, they can renegotiate to sell it. Now, the caveat to that is when you sell it, you're not entitled to no money unless the bank is willing to give you money to move or anything like that. You can negotiate that because we negotiate that all the time for our clients as well. But it's a way of, but see, what's the benefit of that is it saves your credit as well because you don't have a foreclosure on your credit.
Right.
Now, mind you, I can get rid of foreclosures. I can delete foreclosures, but you don't have a foreclosure. You may have some lates. We can delete lates too because lates are illegal. They ain't supposed to be on your credit report anyway.
Right.
But it just allows you to start over, start fresh, and you don't have that major thing on your credit report, on your consumer report.
Now you said something. Lates are not supposed to be on your credit report.
No.
So can you briefly tell us? I don't expect you to know those laws by heart because it's a lot of them. And how many pages was it? It was like 77 pages of laws.
Yes.
That people can use to help them get rid of this. And that's a big thing. Lates are not supposed to be on your credit. Why? Why is that?
Because your transactions and your experience with any creditor is private. They don't have the right, or there's no law that even gives them the right to report your transactions, your experiences with any creditor. That is something that's between you and your creditor.
Right.
And with that, it's supposed to remain private.
Right.
Now, we're going to do another interview where I'm going to be able to break down every law and tell you exactly how it goes. And anybody that deals with my company, they're going to get the full gamut of what it is and what we do because we got a team that makes it happen. But anything that's dealing with your experiences, what happens is you determine what goes on your consumer report.
Right.
And mind you, it's not even a credit report; it's a consumer report. And if you listen to people talking in comments, they always say consumer. So it's your consumer report. It's not even your credit report. So that is why late payments is illegal. And if I'm not mistaken, well, I can tell you this: it's Title 15. It's 15 USC 1681B.
1681B. All right. Now, Title 15 USC 1681B. Any particular section, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot to read here. I'm not going to read it because we don't have the time to read all that. But the listeners can go back and read that. Now, everybody that knows me, I've dealt with credit in the past since 2015. I have successfully bought many things with my trust in different EINs and things like that. One thing I will say about what they're doing on Consumer Reports, why what you're saying is correct, and it all goes to certified evidence.
Right.
So when someone says you did something and it's negative and it's going to negatively impact you, it can't be guesswork. It can't be alleged. It has to be facts.
Right.
So we all know that consumer credit reports are supposed to be factual, and we know they're not factual for the most part because the information that they get is not certified. No one's saying, I swear under penalty of perjury that this is true and correct. That's what makes it a fact, supposedly.
Correct.
And then you have to have an opportunity to be heard on that fact and say, no, this is not correct. This is the fact. And you swear under penalty of perjury. Credit reports aren't in the business of doing that because I believe that it costs too much money to do it, to do their investigative work. So basically anything on your credit report, good or bad, is an alleged.
Right.
It's alleged information. It's not factual. But the banks are treating it as factual when they look at it.
Correct.
And that can negatively impact you. So therefore, late should never be on your credit report. Exactly. Anything negative should never be on your credit report because it's an alleged situation. It means they're saying, I believe this is correct. And if it negatively impacts, so really there's some money on the table there. So you're right. So, based on what you're telling me and what I know, knowing these different details is the difference between you having a perfect credit score. It's a difference. So everybody that's listening, he's giving y'all the source here. Y'all gonna attack all that negative simply because it's not facts.
But you know what?
Right way though, and you have that. You have that in your book, the correct way. There's a way to do things, and there's a way not to do it. But go ahead.
No, exactly. But even for what you said, most people that even in the space don't even understand that part of it. See, that's another component. So you actually gave him a gem that that we have discussed that most people don't even know. Even with using consumer law, they don't understand the fact that evidence, and that's the key, evidence. If they can't, it's not what you know, it's what you can. It's not even for you to prove, for them to prove. They have to prove it. They can state everything they want, but it has to be factual. And Congress even said it have to be accurate.
Right.
And if it ain't accurate, they have to delete it. So, in law, just like in regular law, there's always a remedy.
Mm-hmm.
You think a law that is against you, there's always a remedy for you. You have to search for it. Right. So in credit space, it's the same thing. There's always a remedy. So search out that remedy, but understand the concept of evidence because it plays in and outside of court.
Right. It's always that way. And why people are losing. Yeah, like you said, there's a lot of people trying to fix credit. And it takes them months to get credit fixed. But if you know the right thing, it won't take a month. It won't take months to fix your credit. If you know the right thing to say, right thing to put on that paperwork. So if y'all listening, you guys who know me know what my results are. Now I got this. Ahmed is armed with the information he got and the information I got. So
you know what that means.
I'm gonna lose here. y'all won before y'all even got started. So all y'all have to do is go get this ebook. We in direct connection. So y'all, everybody's in good hands when it comes to this information.
Definitely.
So we're talking about, you're talking about the credit to get the real estate, but this leads into a whole lot of other things, lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing I understand about court is these entities, when you sue them, do not like going to trial.
Right.
They will literally call you up once you initiate these suits and give you money to stop the lawsuit.
Right.
So that's just enough. That's a whole other time. We got so much shows that we could do off of this.
Yeah, and I hope I hope to do as many as we can, for sure. Because my thing is, I want to give a prelude to what's coming. Do I want to give it all right now? No, give a prelude to what's coming. What's coming,
right?
And so that people can go along with this journey with us.
Right.
Because I want you to be a part of this journey as well. Because like I said, what you dropped a few minutes ago is important, and that knowledge is important to know. So these two knowledges combined together is a force to be reckoned with. And the key is this: what we're trying to give back is people to take back their power, and to be able to build financial freedom for themselves.
Right.
Now, I listen to your show all the time, and it's always about being self-sufficient, being able to do for yourself on your time and on your dime. So with that, you need to be equipped with the tools and or weapons that you need in order to do that. This is just another component of that.
Mm-hmm.
So where you set up their mindset, which plays a major, major role in all that you do. Now we're going to give you some tangible tools to go and put you in the place to make things happen. But let me say this though. Anything can be used for good and or bad.
Right.
All in the mindset. So if you're thinking low vibrational and broke, you could look at this, oh man, I could just go spend some money, don't have to pay it and do this. Spend some money, don't have to pay it and clean it up. But what you'll never realize is you'll never pass that plateau, because you will always be seen on that plateau, and that's the energy you draw into yourself. That's not what my company is going to do. I'm not looking for the one, or want to work with the one that just don't want to be responsible. I want the one that, things happen, life happens. There's no judgment here. Everybody deserve a second, third, maybe even a fourth chance.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're coming in with the mindset that you're going to buck the system and you're going to play around with it, I don't have the time for it. That's not the energy that I come from. I come from an energy of abundance. And if I can give you some value that can take you to that abundance and do it unapologetically, then yeah, that's what I want to give.
Right.
Because my blessings is going to come from giving. So that's what I give out to the universe. I ask for it back 10 times fold.
Right. I agree with that. Now, this information is not being taught to you to steal, because that's what that is. When you get your credit right, get all you can get out of it and then stop paying it. This is not for that. If that's your mindset, there's plenty of other places you can go to do business. We're not looking for those type of people. We're looking for people that want to know the law and how to use it to their advantage for their prosperity, a long-lasting prosperity, where if you're gonna get credit, you're gonna pay the bill. You're gonna pay that bill. And of course, I have other ways. We won't go into that on how to pay your bills off in other methods, but
even those other methods. Sorry to cut you off. Even with those other methods that you're going to teach, this still plays a major role in that.
Right.
Major role.
Just on a side note, we own a trucking company again.
Yeah.
Together. And we just purchased a new truck for the company with credit. If the credit wasn't right, we wouldn't be able to get it.
Exactly.
And if our documents wasn't right, if we weren't lined up right, this was the most grueling process I've ever been through when getting anything. When it came to the truck, they wanted the company had to be set up right. It had to say this, it had to say that, and those are other things we're going to start teaching. How to not just real estate, we'll purchase your equipment.
So this is financial literacy.
Yeah, this is all financial literacy. That's what it is.
This is financial literacy, yes.
Back to the book. I got a Credit to Real Estate Journey. I don't know by heart just yet, y'all. So give me a second. The innovative key to financial prosperity. So this is about your prosperity, learning the rules. I always tell people never go into any battle, without knowing the rules. And never go into a battle if you know you can't win. And a lot of people are just applying for credit. Credit ain't right. You already know, just hoping that it goes through.
Right.
No,
Right.
what you teaching is, hey, there's no hoping. It's going to go through if all of your stuff lines up and is correct. Your paperwork, whether you're going to have a joint owner, how you going to, in all levels, this is going to be taught.
Right. And you get creative and how you can get creative. But even in the creativity, you still have to be accountable and responsible. So that needs to be stressed. Still got to be, listen, whatever happened before, happened before. The question is what you're going to do now.
Right.
So if you get a chance to do something now, take it, run with it, do the right thing with it. If you got children, be able to pass it down and teach them. We have to build generational wealth, especially in our community. I know and it's not about being divisive with anyone else. It's just a fact that we need to do this because we don't do it. Because we've been taught, let me tell you this. We've been taught that you should have good credit and don't use it. Don't use your credit card. Don't use it. You got a debit card. Open a bank account, use your debit card. Sure, that is the wrong thing you should be doing. We live in a debt-based and credit-based society. It's all about debt and credit because you can utilize debt to your benefit.
Yes, and we did it in this situation. And then buying the truck, we had to do it,
Exactly. So the same money that you were going to pay that bill or pay something off of that debit card, use that credit card because it's the same money that you was going to use anyway.
Absolutely.
Now you're using the credit card company see you using it. So they see, wow, he might need more. You're paying it back and he's responsible. So now you're building credit. And the more you build it, the more you can leverage it. Mm-hmm. And it's about leveraging that credit. And then once you leverage that credit, you can go to different levels. You can go make that move for that business or whatever you want to do. And that's the point of it. So like I said, it's going to be a lot of different facets to the shows that me and Akeem will do to teach you because we're going to go down a journey, but we're going to take those because we're on a journey. And we're on a journey that we're going to pass that threshold without a problem.
Right. We on this $1 million journey. $1 million journey. That's the journey right there.
And that's the pocket money. That's the pocket money journey.
Obviously, my journey is to get to the point in my house, I got people cooking for me, cleaning for me. And
nothing wrong with that.
My wife, my family, they're going to be taken care of. I want them to experience that.
Yes.
Those things. I want them to experience what true wealth is, not illusionary wealth. I got money, but then I still got to go out there and work. That's not the wealth we talking about.
But you also want them to have the mindset with it because you can have wealth and still think broke.
Yeah. A lot of people got lump sum money and end up broke, through the lottery, and they broke down. The average lottery winner ends up broke, and I think they said 10 years, something like that.
Yeah, that's the average. Yeah, yes, sir.
So
and this is not a
set you free.
Right.
Your mind right will set you free because now you know what to do with it. Now, do you have your website information?
AhmedDrake.com.
AhmedDrake.com. That will be in the chat. I'll have all of this put in the comment section. AhmedDrake.com. Any other links they need to know?
Yes, AhmedDrake.com/links. Because what I'm offering to anyone who's willing to promote the ebook and promote the site, because on the site it's going to be a lot of different things. So letters, dispute letters, and things that you can DIY yourself and do. So this is just a smidget of what it is that's to come. Excuse me. So what I'm offering, because it's about a community and building wealth in the community. And I appreciate anybody invested in me, but I want you to invest in yourself as well. So I'm offering affiliate links for anyone who's willing to, promote on their social site, and anybody that purchased anything from my site through those affiliate links, you can get paid as well.
Actually, I just pulled up your site.
That's a quick landing page. Yeah, that we're doing. It's not the full site, but it's the to get started, you get on the waiting list for the book. You can get on the waiting list there for the book. Book a call. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all set up, ready for y'all to get y'all. Say join the birthday wait list. There it is. Go to that site, click it, get on the wait list.
And also, out by the time this airs and thing, all my social media sites will be up and running. And I have to admit something, and Akeem knows I had a thing about social media.
Right, you did.
And he used to get on me. Matter of fact, he silently played me. I don't want to say played me, but he maneuvered. He knew when it was time for him to say, "Listen, man, it's time to do it." And I appreciate that because we two brothers from the old school that we straight up. It's nothing personal here. There's no emotions here. There's no feelings. We can have any conversation, good, bad, or indifferent, and keep it still moving as brothers. And that's how we're supposed to do it. So you also have to recognize sometimes some things is better left not said and let it happen organically, but you still in that space to make sure you can guide it that way. And that's what he did. And that's the genius of him, because on the flip side, I've done the same thing with him with certain situations. Then I would say certain things. He'd be like, you know what, you're right. This works. And this is how we know how to deal with one another. So I am officially a TikToker, a YouTuber,
a
Instagrammer.
Thing is, I gotta get with your people to get me set up like you are, because I got so much information too. So, but this ain't about me right now. It's about you launching your product.
We got something that you're working on that we definitely need to, definitely.
We bringing out some info.
Yes,
we taking it to a whole new level. And guess what? What's happening here is trailblazing. Because guess what? All the people that look at my channel, that like it, and the ones that are jealous of it, going to try to follow in our footsteps. I just believe. But here's the problem they're going to have. They don't have the spiritual guidance,
right,
and the real source. Because I'm telling y'all, I'm sitting on a pile of information that a lot of this stuff will never see the daylight of internet.
And that's confirmed.
But I give it out on a private basis. Hey, try to do this. And then boom, they get their results. Hey, the only thing is you can't go nowhere else with that. You know, and that's how being private and working, you can't give everything out there like that, because tell you the truth, it ain't for everybody.
It ain't for everybody, right? Exactly.
Listen, look, what I teach ain't for the broke-minded. It ain't for the faint of heart. If you got a broke mentality, please, you got to be over there. Not to say I'm betting you. I just don't want to be in that mind space. I'm with prosperity, wealth, thinking always for the betterment of your family and yourself and the people around you. Right. So with that being said, I think we covered everything we needed to cover. If you have anything else you want to share before we close it out?
Well, I want to say thanks for having me. As you.
Oh, no problem. I got your back on this, brother.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, you welcome me into your home like family, and that's rare. Most people don't do that. All the stuff I teach, people get the information and they just run with it, and I never hear from them again.
That's true. I mean, for those that don't know, I'm in Akeem's private mentorship, and I met Akeem through hearing him speak, and I actually flew out to quite a few of his
quite a few of them. You was following me around. I was worried about this too. I said, "What is going up?"
So I was able to look him in his eyes and see who he is, and he's real. And I only got time to deal with real brothers. And from that, our conversations, he see the same in me, and we was able to forward something that's going to be monumental. So that's how relationships get built, on integrity, on honesty, and just being real. And that's what it was. It whether or not we was going to be friends or not wasn't important to me.
Nah, it was. Well, I wasn't even looking for friendship, really.
Exactly. This happened organically.
Yeah, it kind of happened. It did. I mean, without going into any details, I introduced this brother to someone I thought could help, and with specific information, and they tried to take advantage of him. And I felt like it was my responsibility because I made the introduction to set the matter straight. Right. And through that, that's how the friendship was forged. Anybody that work with me, if I see a problem, I do not run from it. I get in front of it. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit it.
That's the key.
If I'm in a bed, hey, let's straighten this out. And anybody that has dealt with me know that that's the way I am. And now if you feel, and if there's anybody listening right now, if you got a problem with me and you have it in secret, stop being in secret. Come talk to me. That's it. We can figure it out because it might just be a simple misunderstanding.
Or even if y'all decide y'all never speak again, get it out so we can just move on. I mean, whatever it is, let's just get it out. So now that weight is not on your shoulder. So
right. And this is this is men talking.
Yes.
This is real. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. This is how we're supposed to do business.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to continue to do business as long as we're open and honest with our dealings and not trying to cut each other's throat. So I like what you're doing. Keep it up, brother. I'm glad you finally saw the light. I was trying to soft hit it for like all this time we've been connected. I said, nah, he'll get it in time.
Yeah, I agree. You
get it. And now this has actually helped me say, I need to step up my game because you're coming out like you're swinging. I'm
swinging hard right now, bro.
You're swinging what you call the bases is loaded with a grand slam. That's what you're swinging.
Yeah, I was feeling a little overwhelmed. Remember, I called you like, yo, I was feeling a little overwhelmed, man. He's like, nah. But I said, you know what? Just do it. And we'll make it better as we go along.
Oh, yeah.
But we know what we're giving it is true and real. So just do it.
Yeah. The key is you started.
Yeah.
And from the start, I always try to say, once just get started. Because all the ideas going to flow in the moment of you starting. Because as you writing this stuff down, doing your videos, like, shit, I could talk about this. I could talk about that. It's like a mind explosion.
That happened, yeah.
But if you're sitting up here guessing, I don't know if that's going to work, this going to work, you ain't going to get nothing done.
Yeah, right.
It's a book by Tim Ferriss, The 4-Hour Workweek. I recommend everybody get that. I'm not getting paid to recommend the book. And in there, he says, take the first step, correct course along the way.
Right.
Very powerful. I read that book years ago, but I never forget that statement. It just take the step. Yeah. Take it.
If you ain't moving, you ain't going nowhere. So
right.
I had to take my own advice.
Absolutely.
So let me just tell you, my TikTok is at Ahmed Drake 72. My Instagram is at Ahmed Drake 72, and my YouTube is at Ahmed Drake.
You know what? You could actually type that in the chat, and I could put it on the screen. Oh, I don't have it. I can't do it on the yet. Okay.
Well, just put it in the links just put it in the description. Yeah.
I will put it all of these handles will be in the chat or in the description so that y'all can get it. You can get connected with him.
Subscribe, because I'm gonna need the subscribes and likes if you think the content is valuable. Subscribe and
pump the channel up. He's connected with me now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fully connected now on all avenues.
So,
I'm be interviewing him on my YouTube and on my channels when he's doing this thing. So that's how it's gonna work. So yeah, I appreciate you, brother, as always, man. And like I said, we have our conversations on the back end, and if I never said it, I do appreciate you, brother, for being who you are.
Well, I thank you, man. I appreciate you for being who you are. We in business together. When I say, hey, this would need to be paid, I ain't got to fight for the money. I ain't got to be questioned about the money. Well, and that tells me you trust what I tell you.
Yeah.
And that's key. That's key. And
I don't trust many people. Trust me. I know a lot of people, but I don't mess with a lot of people. So.
That's key. And to be honest with you, some of the expenses I haven't even put on the table yet because I just kind of hold back. I know you're doing a lot of stuff. So I say, I got it right here. We'll deal with that on the back.
We know we'll take care of that 100%.
Yeah, we get it. All right, brother, man. Good for coming on and allowing me to do this interview. And congratulations on the book launch.
Thank you.
You are not going to regret it. You're going to have I know one of your resolutions this year is you want to make $1 million.
That's it.
I see it. It's coming. It's here.
Birthday is Sunday.
Let's call it out. It's already
Yeah, I'm everybody out, any and everybody that listen, I say, because I'm putting it out there. I'm claiming it. It's mine. It's
making your
done.
$1 million this year.
Easy.
And I'm moving right there making mine too.
Easy. And then we're gonna go make $20, $100 million together.
Right.
That's
We're
it.
gonna times that by 10, 20.
Exactly. 100%.
All right, man.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate you, man. And oh yeah, so the ebook is launching March 20th.
Right.
So we're doing a pre-order, and I'm launching the company on my birthday this Sunday, February 19th. So I may be live on Saturday. I send links out. I'm going to be able to do a live on Saturday for Sunday. But you can get on the list. You get on the waiting list. You can go to the links that's going to be in this bio, and you can get on the affiliate waiting list. And anytime you post it on your social, you make some money. You can make some money. But yeah, pre-launch is this Sunday. I'm kind of rushing putting it together, but we're doing it. And the official launch of the ebook will be March 20th. And by that time, we'll be working on 3-4 other ebooks, because we're going to educate the masses. That's for sure.
Right. So we got to get this video out there like now, today.
Like now. Yes.
Hit the ground running with the video.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, man. Peace, prosperity, extreme wealth to you and everyone that's listening. Thanks for tuning in to Hindsight Radio. We out.